Hey, I'm not MAGA, don't scroll. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I'm taking a break from political content right now. I do have some political videos coming out next week, but right now it's springtime and everybody's getting ready for gardening, and we're on just under a quarter of an acre here. And I know a lot of people are very interested in being able to grow their own food and gardening and things like that. And so I'm going to show you exactly how we're making the most out of our land here and what we're growing, what we're doing. And then I'll be making a subsequent video later going over material costs, how I'm mixing them into my soils, things of that nature, including some spicy gardening techniques because I was a medical grower for a long time. And I figured, why not? So I'm going to show you what we're working with here and what we're growing. So first and foremost, please excuse the mess because it's springtime. We're just getting everything unpacked and reset up. So first things first, the star of the show right here is our incredibly well-established apple tree. And this thing, I cannot stress the amount of apples that it actually produces. We're talking about multiple just trash cans, barrels full of apples. It is really something. And then down here at the base of the tree, we built it up, added some potting soil, and this is where a big patch of our strawberries are. And then we come on over here. These beds are going to contain a mix of different things. We're going to have potatoes, probably some more corn, and some other squashes and things that, last a long time. Onions, potatoes, squashes, those are the things that have a very long shelf life, and those are the things that we're interested in. That's what's going to be going in these beds. Over here we've got some eggplant, we've got some beets and some radishes going, and then along the fence over here we've got all the black fabric pots over there, all have potatoes in them. That's what everything is. Here we've got just one adjustable oscillating sprinkler that actually covers the entire area. I cannot explain how simple this thing makes it. You can adjust it from every angle, how wide it goes, the pressure, the travel of it. It really is a lot simpler, easier than a complicated drip system. So really happy with that. And then over here, we've got everything's, all this fencing that you see around it. Some of it is for climbing vines, but then a whole bunch of it is also to keep the cats out of the beds, because you do not know the amount of turds that we find from neighborhood cats, and boy, do you not want that. So back there, again, more potatoes along the fence. That bed in the corner over there, also potatoes. We've got some more vine-oriented plants over here, watermelons, pumpkins, cantaloupes, things along those lines. A whole bunch of our overwintered herbs are doing really good. And then along the back fence here, we've got all these hanging baskets. Those are also herbs. This big tall bed over here, these are our potatoes that are already ready to be hilled up right here. And so that has this really tall sides on them here. And at the end, you can see that trash can is filled with soil and straw mixture that we're going to be filling in around these potatoes to where just the top leaves are just sticking out, so that they'll put more roots out to the side and therefore more potatoes, grow more plant matter up. And then we'll do it repeatedly until the potato plants start flowering, and then we'll let that go just as it is until the flowers wither and die and the plant starts to die off. And then we'll dig this whole bed back up and have, a whole bunch of potatoes, and then start the process over again. Over here on our side yard, not a lot of space, but we made the most of it. As you can see, we also have multiple rain catchment systems. We've got 4 barrels over on this side, we've got 2 on the other side of the house, and then another one up front for water collection and storage to help out with all the gardening. We've got some beans and some peas over here, some artichokes coming in. Our tomato plants here, we put this big archway over the top of it because typically speaking, our tomato plants get about 10 to 12 feet tall. They're going to come all the way up and over the top of this arch and hang down the other side. We've got some other pole beans over here. We mix herbs into everything, and so everywhere that you look in our garden beds, you'll see herbs all over the place, and these are to attract insects to them and keep them off of the plants that we're actually trying to grow for subsistence. So we've got a bunch of peppers over here, and then cauliflower and some cabbage, a couple of different types of lettuce. Coming on down here, we've got, what am I growing right here? Oh, purple Brussels sprouts. then a bunch more onions. This is a huge lemon balm plant that kind of got out of control, but we're letting it do its thing over here. And some different types of squash, more onions, broccoli, and then celery over there in the corner, and then our hot tub in the back. Now the other side of the house, we've got our chicken coop over here to the right. The chickens are actually out front in their little run, running around the front yard. And then we've got garlic and onions here, and then the entire fence line is covered by this enormous grapevine, and it produces an obscene amount of grapes. We've got a horseradish plant right here, growing a whole bunch of horseradish root for us. And then we have sweet potatoes down the line here, on over to a couple more bush beans, and then a medicinal herb that I cannot remember the name of right now. Almost forgot to mention, also our almond trees here. These are only in their second season. I don't know exactly how old they were when we planted them, but they are enormous in just a 2-year period. And so I highly recommend almond trees. They're going to produce a ton of almonds. I mean, honestly, look at this. Second season, tons and tons of almonds. If I had it to do over, I would plant a whole bunch more of them out front because they really are some of our best producers already. So anyway, that's how we have everything laid out. I'm going to go over exactly how I amend my soils, mix everything, exactly how we put it together here in another video because this one's already running long.